Welcome back, Kryptonians, to the Chart Experts continuing coverage of Bitcoin and the crypto charts. And what a fantastic time we are having with Bitcoin. Hey, if you've been following me on Patreon and on Twitter, um, then you will know that we've been keeping you regularly updated in terms of how Bitcoin is, uh, well, where it's likely to go, really, because that's our job. We forecast the market, and I trust that you've been very, very happy with how we've been forecasting the market, because we have got it right again and again and again and again. And that just basically is down to hard work, because technical analysis is not easy. There are very, very few people, and I look at just so many analysts across the whole of YouTube, really. Anyone. Well, I see lots of analysts with hundreds of thousands of followers, and to be honest, when I look at their analysis, I just hold my head in my hands, really, my face in my hands, I should say. Um, so the proof is in the pudding, and if you just go scroll back over our videos, over our posts, over our Twitter posts, you will see that um, most of the time we know what we're talking about, and we know how to forecast the market accurately. So that said, we are now entering space. Okay, this is the job gets a lot more difficult now. Um, Now, that's not to say that we can't forecast the market, because we can, um, but it just gets a lot more tricky, and a lot more work has to go into forecasting things in space, because um, there's a lot of structure here which we can rely on, um, with which to forecast the market. Okay, um, and where we get up here, then it becomes a lot more difficult. So, having said that, um, we we've had to reorganize our models now, because previously there were not ETFs to contend with, and we have to say, in within the actual crypto market now has fundamentally changed. It's fundamentally shifted into a different dynamic. And previously, we had whales down here. Okay, these dolphins were whales, and they used to be the biggest and smartest fish in that particular sea. Okay, um, but even though they purchased early on, and they were responsible basically for making this market go up, um, there's a new fish in town, and and the whale has basically changed. So this is the new whale, okay, and this whale is hungry. So these are the ETFs, and they are basically just consuming everything in sight right now. In terms of Bitcoin, so we've had to change this dynamic. We can't say that these previous buyers uh, are the same entity that we're seeing with the ETFs. The ETFs are basically way bigger. Okay, so sorry, you old whales have turned into dolphins. Okay, in terms of our particular storybook, and we have a new whale, and this whale didn't actually buy at the low. Well, it's possible. We don't really know what's happening in the background, do we? So we may presume that some of these whales also purchased around here in anticipation, because those ETFs were planned way in advance, and it stands to reason that some of those whales purchased here. But what we do know is that they know that none of this, anything that's proceeded before 69k, none of this is going to suffice in terms of feeding the demands that we're seeing right now. So we have to presume that whales will keep consuming, and these smaller fish that were looking for retests of levels, both the 48, 49 level and the 69k level, we have to presume that they are going to be kept waiting for, well, they are likely to all FOMO enter into the market, probably at the wrong time. Okay. So right now what we're seeing is that these ETF whales are consuming everything in sight. They are pushing the market higher. Now we do have our own methodology in terms of how to forecast price, and having used that particular methodology, we are forecasting that price should continue higher, strongly higher, into um, the 80 to 90,000 level. Okay, so we are expecting for this ETF demand to push the market higher. Now, as soon as price goes above 69k, the old all-time high, which was briefly um, taken out, um, we should see other participants FOMO into the market. Okay, so your neighbors and also breakout traders who are not willing to wait for a retest of the 69k level. So all of this should add to the existing demand, which the whales are providing, okay, that the ETFs are providing. So that should be a catalyst to push the market ever increasingly higher. Okay, so this looks to be the perfect recipe, really, for this market to continue higher. And we are expecting this all-time high of 69k to give way again, but this time we expect daily, weekly, and possibly monthly closes above that 69k level. Okay, confirming that we are in a very strong uptrend. Okay. Now, I will be posting more regular updates, obviously, on my Patreon channel. So if you want more regular updates, join us there. That's patreon.com/chart experts. But hey, I hope you're enjoying our coverage, our accurate forecasting. I know my patrons keep on telling me that I should have more followers on both Twitter and Patreon. Um, but that's okay. You know, if the more popular, less accurate people have more followers, that's okay. We're not really here for a popularity contest. It's a shame, really, because I just see so many people being misled um, by analysis which sounds good but really isn't. Um, but you can't force these things, can you? So yeah. So if you like, and if you like this channel, please subscribe, give us a thumbs up, so we can share this content with more people. But hey, it's looking good, and we're looking higher. Okay, you take care of yourself and your crypto. Till next time. Bye bye.